All right. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for spending your time with us tonight. We really appreciate it. I'm going to get started by sharing my testimonial and how I came to find Green Compass. So, hi, my name's Jessica. I am a wife and a mom of two girls, and I've spent the last 9 years working in digital advertising. And so, if you had told me that 2.5 years ago I would be here tonight talking to you guys about CBD, I definitely would not have believed you. But here we are. So in early 2020, my life was turned upside down. So beyond experiencing the global pandemic, I also lost my dad unexpectedly. And shortly after that, we found out we were expecting our second child. And so, after giving birth and just the stress of a newborn, having a 2-year-old, the ongoing pandemic, and just unresolved grief, it all caught up with me. And I ended up having a panic attack while I was home alone with my two small kids. I ended up on medication, and that definitely helped, but I still just didn't feel anything like myself. And one day I saw a friend share about how this CBD had changed her life. I knew nothing about it. I was very skeptical, but I was desperate. So I decided to give it a try. And honestly, within days, I felt like a completely new person. I wasn't anxious. I was able to be present, and I was enjoying my time with my family again. And that sounds really silly when I say it out loud, but if you've been there, then you totally get it. Um, and it made me realize that if I had been suffering in silence, then others probably were too. And I was right. And that is why I'm so passionate about sharing the solution. And despite having sworn off network marketing back in 2019, I just knew that I had to share this. And thanks to my Green Compass business, I was able to continue working just part time, even once we had two kids in daycare. And that was something that really wouldn't have been possible without this extra income. And soon, I hope to officially step away from my corporate career and just focus solely on sharing Green Compass. So, that's a little bit about me. We are not going to dive too deep into the science tonight, but I do want to talk to you guys about your endocannabinoid system. So, in the chat, how many of you have heard of your endocannabinoid system? Can you put a one in the chat? And then, how many of you have like zero idea of what I'm talking about? You can put a zero in the chat. Okay. Okay, cool. So our bodies are designed to heal, and every single symptom that you experience is really your body just trying to signal. Sorry, there's like a bug that keeps flying in my face. It's your body just trying to signal to you that something is off. So phytocannabinoids like CBD, CBDA, CBG, and functional mushrooms work to support your body's natural ability to function optimally and to heal itself. They are working with your endocannabinoid system. And yes, everybody has one, including you. You probably never even heard of your endocannabinoid system. We're going to call it the ECS for short. Um, so, as of recent reports, only about 13% of medical schools in the United States include education on the ECS in their curriculum. This like super low percentage highlights the significant gap in medical education, especially considering how crucial a role the ECS plays in various physiological processes. Okay. Your ECS is linked to your appetite, metabolism, pain, inflammation, mood, memory, sleep, liver function, stress, your cardiovascular system, and like so much more. And there is not a single system in our bodies that is somehow not influenced or regulated by the endocannabinoid system. And it really makes you wonder why only 13% of medical schools in America are educated on it then, right? So I want to share this analogy with you guys, just to help you understand the endocannabinoid system a little bit better. I think it puts it into good perspective. So if you think of your body like a smartphone, the endocannabinoid system is like the operating system in your phone. The operating system is what keeps all your apps running smoothly. It ensures that the phone works the way it should. But sometimes it gets sluggish and your apps start to freeze and the battery drains really fast. Okay. And this is like when your body feels stressed or in pain or just off. Um, but phytocannabinoids are hold on one second. I don't know if you guys can hear, but my toddler is going nuts upstairs.
No, I couldn't hear her though. I really couldn't hear her. This is real life, right?
Okay. So sorry, you guys. Oh my gosh. I heard you say you couldn't hear it. That's good, but she was like being so loud and my husband's up there and I'm like, oh my God, if everybody could hear this is like anyways, if you have a 3-year-old, you know. Okay, so back to my analogy of the doing a system update for your phone. So they help with the fixes, they help improve performance, and then they get everything smoothly again. So just like the system update helps your phone work better, CBD and other phytocannabinoids help your body feel balanced and function at its best. Okay, so at this point, you might be wondering, okay, how do we take care of the system, right? So it's not rocket science. It's going to sound familiar, but it's nearly impossible in the world that we live in today. So, common contributors to ECS dysfunction are unhealthy food, chronic use of prescription drugs, environmental pollutants and toxins, and stress. Those are the most common contributors, and those are the things that we're all exposed to daily, right? So, however, you can use these simple tools to help you replenish your ECS. You can eat real food. You can supplement with adaptogenic herbs and spices like reishi and ashwagandha. You can detox and you can incorporate phytocannabinoids like CBD. So now I want to talk about what are you doing? I want to talk about what GC is doing differently here. So, okay, sit here with me for a minute. Sorry, everybody. Hi, this is Emma. So studies have shown that a significant portion of hemp products on the market are actually mislabeled. And according to various reports, let me see, just a minute. Um, According to various reports, including one from the FDA, that up to 70% of CBD products are mislabeled. You can Google this, okay? This includes, it could be anything from inaccuracies of the amount of CBD, THC, or other cannabinoids listed on the label, as well as the presence of contaminants like heavy metals, pesticides. So this is why it's so important to choose products from reputable companies that do third-party testing and provide not only transparent but legitimate lab results, because there's also companies that will fake those. But because of that lack of regulation in the hemp and now the functional mushroom space, which we are just getting into, that is why we do things differently here. Okay. Green Compass, if you're not familiar, they are family owned and they were created out of a mother's love for her children. They are vertically integrated, meaning they are responsible from seed to seal, which basically means from the stage of planting the seeds to all the way to shipping it to your home. And they are USDA certified organic grown hemp right here on the US soil in North Carolina, to be specific. And we only use the flower of the hemp plant rather than the aerial parts, or which are like filler essentially. Um, and we only do the cleanest extraction, CO2, and every single product, I meant to grab a product to show you, um, comes with a QR code on the bottom of it. Oh, no, it's not on there anymore. That you can scan and it'll take you directly to the third party lab test. Um, so Green Compass is committed to every single product going through rigorous testing so that they can verify the purity, the potency, and we can make sure that you are provided with exactly what you're purchasing, and it gives you peace of mind as to what you're taking. So, last thing I wanted to touch on, and that sets Green Compass apart, and that is that they are also committed to education and community support. So they don't just sell products. They provide valuable resources and support to people so that you can understand how hemp and functional mushrooms can help improve your health. And this commitment extends into their network marketing model. They didn't have to go this route, but they did. And it's empowered individuals like Tabitha and I to share these benefits and to build our own businesses. And that is something that I will forever be grateful for. So, with that, I'm going to turn it over to Tabitha. And thank you, everybody, for your patience.
Yay. Thank you, Jess. That's awesome. Look at, like someone said in the chat, like she's cool as a cucumber while a toddler's like, just like, you're just like, all right, like this is the way we build this business. So my name's Tabitha, and I want to dive a little bit into my testimony and my story with Green Compass. So I speak a lot about anxiety. It's kind of been my story for multiple years, and I was actually already using CBD. I was taking an antidepressant, and I felt that I needed support, and I had seen a girl posting about CBD. Now, this was a totally different company because I didn't really know much about Green Compass at the time. And this has been about 3 years ago. And so I decided to try it, and I noticed a big result when I started using it on a daily basis. So fast forward, I am very I should say I'm pretty holistic, and I'm pretty picky about the products that I use. I started to realize that maybe the CBD that I'm using is like not like the best of the best. I think it was okay, but I think I could do better. And so I had luckily had just kind of connected with a gal who's on this call, Emily, and she was sharing Green Compass with me. She thought that I would maybe be good at this business because I share a lot about anxiety, and she thought that I could really utilize the product. And so I actually, oddly enough, the timing was strange. My husband comes to me and says, I really think you should look into this CBD company. Like, you already use CBD. I was kind of looking for a business shift at that point. I was kind of feeling like, and kind of to rewind, I've actually been in this, I've been in the direct sales network marketing space for 11 years. It'll be 11 years in September. And so I had been with was with a different company. Green Compass is my third company, just for reference. But he's like, you should really like look into this because I think this would be great, and people like need this. And he knew the benefits of it, and he knew how it had helped me, so it just kind of made sense. So I bought the kit, and I couldn't even wait for the kit to come in. And I had started already sharing with my friends because I had seen kind of what Jess had shared. I had seen how special this was and how special of a product this was, and how it's the best of the best, and you just don't get any better than the standards that they have. So kind of diving a little bit more into, I want to kind of share, she shared about products and your endocannabinoid system, and I want to kind of dive into the business aspect of things because I still, we talk about this on my team a lot. We still can't really fathom what's happening here, and how amazing and incredible this is, especially if you're someone who's been somewhere else before. The growth here is just insane and amazing, and the momentum is just incredible. So when I dove into this, I knew that CBD, I knew that there was a need for CBD. I knew that people needed this just like I did. But I don't think I knew at what capacity, because when I came into this, the amount of people and the amount of interest, the people that struggle with pain, inflammation, nervous system dysregulation, like on, right? And sleep issues, and so many different things that people are struggling with, and that this can be a solution for. I started sharing, and it was just wild what happened. So I want to kind of talk about that growth a little bit. I think it's important. When I came into this, I chose this company also because it was so solid. I chose it because they're a debt-free company. They started in 2019, and I think this is so important to note. We know what happened in 2020. Okay, they imagine starting up a company in 2019, and imagine going through what happened in 2020 and coming out incredibly strong. Just for reference, in 2019, we had a consulting company firm, a consulting company firm, tell us that estimate that Green Compass was going to do 300,000 in their first year. We did 1 million in our first 45 days, and we did 12 like 0.5 million in our first year, and we've doubled ever since. So when I say that we are solid, and that the growth is astronomical, and now we've just introduced a whole entire new industry with mushrooms, it's pretty incredible. Another stat that just kind of blows my mind is that we own 12% of the market shares in the US with CBD. Okay. So just for reference, New Balance, the shoe company, okay, they own 3% of the shoe company, like market share. Okay, so New Balance is pretty big, y'all know. So to think that we own 12%, and I think just last year we were at like 8. So we've really jumped up. Okay, so and another thing too that really is cool to me is that we're the number 2 CBD company in the US. There's a company that's number 1, but they're not a direct sales company. So how cool is it that we get to share this, and we get to utilize this as a business, but also share it as a product? So just another thing that I think is so cool is that when we so right now currently we're having our best month as a team. We have done $150,000 in sales so far. Actually, like 152, I think I just looked, in sales this month. And we haven't even really hit, we have a big promotion going on. If you sign up as an advocate, and there's a lot of things going on. And so things are really going to get wild here in the next few days to end the month. But just that kind of growth, I just can't tell you the gratitude that I have for coming into this, and for not really knowing. I think so often we come into something and we think, oh my gosh, like I don't have enough time. I don't have enough attention that I can give to something like this. So maybe this isn't the time for me, right? Like we always wait for ducks to be in a row sometimes before we say yes to something. And I'm so grateful that I did, because having come into this, one more thing I want to share, and then I'll kind of close it up a little bit here. But coming into this, I've been in other industries before, and I had no idea that people really are shifting, and that's why you guys are on this call. But people are shifting a little bit on what they spend their money on the supplements that they use, on what really wellness means to them. And when you realize what, like Jess had explained, when you really understand the endocannabinoid system, and I remember that TED Talk video that I saw right when I signed up. And if you haven't seen this TED Talk, reach out to your, like, whoever asked you to be on this call. But it's a 15-minute video, and it'll blow your mind. It'll blow your mind as to what these products do for the body, and how it just puts everything into alignment. And so it's really special what we have here. And one more thing, I said one more thing, but really one more thing, just to kind of touch briefly on the comp plan. I'm not going to go in depth with this because it's really a lot of things, but something that really caught my eye when I came into this, and something I'd never seen before, is something called Placement Suite, where we have the ability to actually help our team grow. So sometimes, previously, when I ever came into a business, I had to just build by myself. I didn't really have anybody to say, hey, here, I'm going to like shift someone here, and I'm going to help you grow your team so that we all can win. We have that here, and we can explain that more in depth if it's something that you're interested in learning about. But it's something that really creates kind of a something that stands out really from other comp plans. And then there's multiple ways to earn. You don't have to build a team, but if you want to build a team, you can earn that way. And of course, there's a scale of like commissions that you can earn. No personal purchase required. It's really incredible. And when you purchase your kit as an advocate, if that's something you're thinking about doing, there's no like auto ship on that. So I'm leaving you with this. When I came into this, I realized, I didn't really realize when I came into this, but after I came into this, I realized that in fact, was the voice for so many people. That wasn't my intention, but I realized it when I came into this. And, so many people are desperately needing this tool and these products like I did. And so many people needed this abundant, like financial opportunity. And so I want to ask you, who could you be the voice for? Because your yes could save someone else. So if you guys have any questions, please let us know. Thank you so much for your time. I'm really excited that y'all were on here and spent some time with us. And we're so grateful to have you, and we would love to welcome you into our Green Compass family if that feels like a good fit. All right, you guys, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.